Hey guys, welcome to Wamu's World. I know it's kind of been a minute, but I just needed time to just really, I don't know, kind of like refresh. Um, yeah, so I did want to do a video. It's funny, I wrote out what I was gonna say in the video that I was gonna do last week, but it's just like sometimes I'm the kind of person where it's like if I'm not feeling that when I do the video, and I just go off script. Because yeah, I just really wanted to talk about more about, like moving to a new place and like kind of rediscovering what that place is, or like not even rediscovering, but just fully discovering what that place is. And anyway, I actually want to thank you guys for liking and subscribing to my channel first and foremost. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for, good or bad comments in the DMs. I appreciate the support. And yeah, but back to our topic about movement. So I feel that when I moved to Dallas, like, I think I kind of had some like weird expectation. Um, I won't say what my expectation was, but it was definitely not what I experienced this. I haven't been here for a year yet. In May, that will be my year in Dallas. And I'm really trying to think whether I actually want to remain here. I don't know whether this is for me. And not even in like a rude way. It's just more of like the people. Does it vibe with who I am? Is it giving me peace? Like, I think about all those things. Is am I getting what I said I was gonna get accomplished here? And the thing about it is I've gotten a lot accomplished here. Um, you know, Even starting that group that I wanted to start, I'm really, really excited about that. But I also know I could start that group anywhere, so it's a lot of, you know, I'm thinking about. I'm not sure. I have a small amount of time to really decide whether I want to stay here or whether just want to move somewhere else. And I work remotely, so I mean, I could move to freaking London, and it really wouldn't matter just as long as they have good Wi-Fi. So I'm really just trying to think like whether this is like the right place for me. I don't know. I'm not sure. Um, I hate the fucking driving here. I hate it. It's crazy. Um, and talking about people, like for me, I hang out with all different types of people. Um, what I have noticed is that sometimes I come off a little bit like, for people who are born and raised here, it's like sometimes I feel that sometimes I may come off a little snooty, but I don't know whether that's just because of where I was raised or just because of my environment growing up. But I did notice that, and also like a lot of transplants here. There are a lot of transplants here, but really not a lot from. Um, I would say a lot of them are from like Louisiana. A lot of them are from the more southern areas that in my life, even being in NC, like I had never met people from those areas. So it's like that was different, and you know I'm starting to realize that maybe growing up I was a lot more exposed to things, and maybe some people were not exposed to some of those things, and I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of a culture shock. Um, so yeah, that's the part I'm kind of like, and then even with like I said, I hang out with different types of people, not just Kenyans. Even with the Kenyans, it's just kind of like I don't feel that I vibe, not like in a disrespectful way, but it's just like I just don't feel I vibe with them here. um yeah, and I'll leave it at that. Like, it's just not my scene. um Although I don't just hang out with Kenyans, I hang out with other people, but the thing about it is it's like even the other people, it's just kind of like I don't know whether I vibe with that either. So I'm kind of in a conundrum. and I don't and I do have the ability to get out of this, but it's almost like sometimes I'm like, maybe I should give it a chance. Maybe I should just stay, and maybe I haven't met like the right group. Actually, I have met. I do have like a small posse, like a small group that I have met that I do like, and I do enjoy their presence. Um, and that's actually kind of what's inspiring me to stay. Um, but I don't know. I haven't really I haven't really decided fully whether I want to stay here. Um, yeah. But my video, I kind of went to a tangent, but I'm just doing a 10-minute video max. Um, my I went onto a tangent in the beginning. But anyway, yeah, I've just been having those thoughts about moving, and I don't know whether I want to stay in Dallas. I don't know whether I want to remain here. My goals and my ambitions, they don't stop. Like wherever I move, it doesn't stop. Like whatever I'm trying to do, like family planning wise or anything like that, that doesn't stop. It's just that I need an environment that's like conducive to my personality, and I just I don't feel like this is the place. But we shall see. And I only have kind of have like a short amount of time to really decide that, but I'll let you guys know. Um, but yeah, um, I did want to talk about there's I was thinking about this like last week. Oh, I went to the reggae festival, which was amazing. Was met great people. My group came out, which was really really nice, and even new people from my group came out. Like I was really really excited about that. Meeting other first gens, it was really the most relaxing thing that has happened for a while in my life. So I really loved that. Um, I loved especially Sister Nancy. Like that's actually who I really trying to see. Collie Buds didn't come. Okay, so if you don't know about like reggae, whatever, like this is probably foreign to you. But there were some specific artists I wanted to see, and I Collie Buds wasn't there. And then I missed Israel Vibrations because they came the next day, which I totally like disregard. I didn't even look. Like I didn't know they were coming the next day, so I went on the wrong day, and I didn't want to come Sunday because I was just really tired. So I missed Israel Vibrations, but that's okay. It happens every year, so but I don't know whether they're going to be there. Um, and yeah, it was nice. It was a nice vibe. Um, there's some people that try to get in the way of my nice vibe, but I stayed prayed up, and you're never gonna get to me at any point of time. It's just not gonna happen. Um, and yeah, that was fun. Um, but yeah, what I was really, really thinking about last week was there was a time, I think there was a last week I was kind of like it wasn't even for any reason why I just felt like it wasn't even low or down in the dumps or anything. Like it was just like ugh, like I just had a ugh mood. And I tend to have that when when things are just like circular, like the same thing is happening every day. Like you go to work, you wake up, you get your coffee, you sleep, you do this, you go out on Friday, you did like when it starts becoming circular, like that's when I start feeling like ugh. um I don't know whether that's boredom or it's just like I don't know. um but I had this moment where I was like, I started thinking back to the moment where I felt like I had made it. Everybody has that moment where they're like, I made it. Like I got like I'm here, like this is where I wanted to be. And it's funny because like that time that I said I made it, like now I think about it, I'm like, wait, what? Because I think at the time like I had come out of like such a, you know, uh, toxic relationship, and then like I had, you know, no work at that time, which being transparent, I did not have any work at that time, because I relied solely on him financially. Um, had to go back to my parents' place, which was, I mean, I was young, but it was just for me, based off where I wanted to be in life, it was embarrassing to me. Um, Even though actually in other cultures it's really not even a big deal, but I think America kind of makes it a big deal. But that's another time, that's another story for another time. But yeah, I went back home and I was just like, what am I gonna do? It's like I remember that place I had, or that place I was in. I was like, what the hell am I gonna do? Like I, yeah. So I was thinking back to that time. And then when I got my position in the clinical research, which was like my first position, I was like, I made it. I had gotten a it wasn't even full time, it was a part time job at Duke Clinical Research Institute. It was part time, but it was a step in the door. And I was just happy about that. And I was just happy I had a car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like really simple. It was like just happy I have a car. I got my car. You know, I don't have my place yet, but I'm going to get that too. I just have to think back to those moments that where I was like completely thankful for the smallest things. Um, and it really made me say, you know, I really shouldn't be having a blah moment. Like, I really should be out here thanking my lucky stars that you know, things are good. Um, things are actually good in my life, and I think sometimes it's like you'll have these moments where it tries to make you think that things are not good, or you have this fear of things failing, which I hate that feeling, but it comes to me once in a blue moon where it's like you're gonna go back to working in a donut shop, or you're gonna go back to um, working in a like I go back to, even though granted, working the donut shop, I actually loved that job. So I'm not even gonna hate on that. I loved working the donut. I liked being in it. I used to basically I started flipping donuts. I was like, this was a really early on job, like when I was younger. I started flipping donuts, and then I started telling people what to do. Like, it was actually, I really loved it. It felt like I was in charge. So that was actually my most fun job. Um, Bartending was also a fun job for me. I don't think I'll ever go back to that, but the tips were, they were good. Um, but yeah, I just think back to those times and I'm just like, holy shit, like I really should not even be having a blah moment. But sometimes it happens. And when that does happen, you have to think back to those times when you absolutely had nothing pretty much, but you were still like, I made it. You guys get what I'm saying? I I I don't know whether you guys have had that where it's like you actually in your heart of hearts are like, I made it. And then you get to a place where you're really making it, but you don't really feel that you made it. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense to some people. You may have not even reached that moment in your life, but I've reached that moment in my life where I literally thought I had made it. Like, I was like, wow. And right now, when I think about that moment, I'm saying, but that was really not that big of a deal. But I have to think about the context of that moment. And so, yeah, that's where my head was at last week. Like, I don't even know why. It had nothing to do with men or, you know, whatever. Dating is happening. It's happening for sure. Trust me. I'll just say this is sorrel tea. It kind of reminds me of hibiscus tea. That's how it looks. Um, but it really helps. I was telling my dad it helps with blood pressure. And he was like, sign me up for that. Let me get that tea. Oh yeah, my dad is coming. I'm so excited. My dad's coming this weekend for his birthday. He's gonna be turning 69. I'm so excited. I don't think there are a lot of men out there like my dad. I don't think he even told me that you're not gonna. You'll be very lucky. Maybe about 2%. But yeah, my dad. So wonderful father, wonderful husband, very hard worker. He's street smart. I wrote this whole post about him. He's street smart, and um, he actually told me that being street smart gets you further. Just being academically smart, you can still be stupid. He used to tell me that, like, just because you went to Wake Forest, okay, you went to Wake Forest. Congratulations, but are you really able to navigate this world? And so that's how I think. Like, for me, it's not just about the academics, because someone who's street smart can make it much further than someone who just read books. I don't care if you went to Duke. I don't care if you went here, there, the third. If you're not street smart, you're not really going to make it in this world. So he did teach me that. And, you know, my dad is really the true definition of a man. Um, he always stuck around us, never left us, never left us, was always there. So yeah, grew up around that, and I'm very proud of it. Um, very proud of it, by the way. But yeah, anyway, not getting my feels. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to make it really pretty short, so it's about 15 minutes. But I will talk to you guys probably next month, in May. Probably the first week of May, to be specific. But I hope you guys stay woke, stay blessed. Dallas, the weather is amazing today. Keep in mind, all of this could change. I could say, I want to move back to Dallas, but right now, at this moment in time, at this exact moment, I don't really feel like staying here. And that's just how I feel. I'm going to be honest with you. But you never know how the Lord's going to bless. But as at this moment, no, it's not for me. It's just not for me. I'm sorry. But we shall see. Okay. All right. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful. Today is Tuesday. Um, enjoy the weather. I don't know if you guys are trying to go out for Taco Tuesdays or something like that, but just enjoy it. Enjoy your life and appreciate it. You can't take it for granted. And in your life, if something doesn't feel good, hit the door. But I'm feeling okay. I think like maybe the past few weeks, maybe it's Mercury retrograde. Oh God. Let's not talk about Mercury retrograde. That's when all the skeletons and goblins and all them come out of the woodworks and start texting you. That's just the universe. That's just the universe. But anyway, yeah, you guys have a great day, great week. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And I will talk to you guys in May. Bye, guys.